good.
What's not good?
This newspaper article says they're demolishing the John Sunday House.
The John Sunday House. What's that?
You don't know who John Sunday Jr. is? He was the most influential African American leader in Pensacola in the late 1800s and early 1900s. He took a stand for the black community when they're being discriminated against. Hey, this article says when saw an online petition to show that the John Sunday House needs to be stood up for like he stood up for others.
John Sunday Jr., born March 20th, 1838, was the youngest child of John Sunday Sr. and his slave wife Jenny. By law, babies born from a master and a slave are born enslaved, but John Sr. went to the courthouse and signed legal documents so that Jenny and her children could be free citizens. John Jr. was only 1 year old when his father was murdered in their home. Jenny and her 4 children received no inheritance, but left with their freedom.
Bye, Mother. I'm headed off to work.
Have a good day, son. I wish I could provide for you better so you didn't have to work so hard at such a young age.
It's okay, Mother. I enjoy going to Warrenton and learning how to make cabinets. Mr. Vaughn is a fair man, and I am thankful for the opportunity to work and get an education. Not all men of color are so lucky. I'm free and able to work for an honest wage in the South, where still so many are slaves.
Oh, John, you certainly have your father's determination and work ethic.
John knew that to succeed, he'd need to take every opportunity to pull himself up from his beginnings as a slave. By age 24, John already had the basics of an education and a trade. The Civil War had begun, and John saw it as his duty to fight for what he believed in.
Mother, I've decided to volunteer to join the Union Army. Slavery is wrong, and it's not fair that many people of color do not have the freedoms that we do.
I think that's admirable, son. Where will they send you?
I have enlisted in the Corps d'Afrique. I will join my fellow soldiers at Port Hudson, Louisiana, where they have already started fighting.
I love you, son. May God watch over you and return you home safely.
The siege of Port Hudson was one of the longest battles in the Civil War. The leaders didn't trust the black men enough to give them guns to fight, so the Corps was essentially a group of laborers that dug trenches for the white soldiers. After 4 months of service, John was promoted to the rank of first sergeant. He was one of the first black men to earn this rank, and he remained with the Union Army until they won the war in 1865. The Emancipation Proclamation had been signed, and the slaves became free men, and John was able to return home.
Mother, I'm home from the war.
Oh, John, I am so thankful and blessed that you've returned home safely, and this must be your beautiful bride about whom you have written to me.
Yes, Mother, this is Seraphine Landry, an upstanding Creole woman. We will settle here in Pensacola and start a family together.
Welcome to Pensacola, Seraphine. I am so pleased to finally meet you.
The pleasure is mine, Mrs. Sunday. We are delighted to be here, and John is eager to take an active role in rebuilding Pensacola during this period of reconstruction.
John found work as a mechanic in the Navy Yard, and then as a customs inspector for the Port of Pensacola. John also began acquiring land throughout the city, and with his carpentry skills, he started a firm to build over 100 houses. Some still stand today in Seville Square Historic District. In 1873, John started to think about a career in politics.
Seraphine, I am delighted to tell you that I have been elected to Florida State Legislature. I'm honored to be the second black legislator from Escambia County.
John, that is wonderful news. You will really be able to make a difference in our community and our state from such a high position.
Yes, I've dreamed of taking a more active role in our government.
He was Florida State Legislator, and then he was City Alderman, and later he was on the Pensacola City Council. In 1885, the period of Reconstruction ended, and John was promptly dismissed from office, along with many other black leaders. Almost all the progress African Americans made after the emancipation suddenly disappeared. But John, not easily being discouraged, still had plans to rebuild the city.
Seraphine, I've purchased a large piece of land near the port. I plan to build our family home there where we can live with our 10 children.
John, I'm your sister, and I know you well. While your current house is modest, it serves your needs. So I desire for you to donate that plot of land to the black members of St. Michael's Church so they can form their own church. It is terribly upsetting that the white members don't let the black members have an equal role in running the church.
You are right, Mercedes. I should donate the land to them for this worthy cause.
In 1891, the congregation was officially founded as St. Joseph's Catholic Church. St. Joseph still remains in its original location today and continues to serve Pensacola's poorest citizens with free medical care. In 1901, in 1901, he bought a plot of land on West Vermont Street and began building a stately.
Could I stop you and would you, nice recovery. Can you stand there and give that last piece of
Yes.
information, please? Thank you. Nice big voice, go.
In 1891, the congregation was officially founded as St. Joseph Catholic Church. St. Joseph still remains at its original location today and continues to serve Pensacola's poorest citizens with free medical care. Despite efforts by the local government to exclude him, John continued to impact his community in positive ways. His next step was the Grand Army of the Republic, an organization for those who served during the Civil War.
The Grand Army of the Republic will be Pensacola's answer to making sure that our brave veterans will have pensions for their retirement.
Yes, and voting rights for African American veterans. John, I propose you become the leading post commander for this Pensacola chapter. Your determination to fight for benefits for our veterans and for the families of those who died in battle is a noble cause.
I accept this honor and will work hard to see these courageous veterans treated with the dignity and respect they have earned.
John Sunday Jr., a self-made man from his humble beginnings as a slave, was now Pensacola's wealthiest African-American citizen. In 1901, he bought a plot of land on West Vermont Street and began building a stately home for his family.
Seraphine, life has been hard but good to me. 1905 is my hardest year yet. My saloon, grocery store, and Creole restaurant have all been wonderfully successful, but the Jim Crow laws are forcing black businesses to move out of the Palafox district.
I know, John, and it is terribly upsetting. You will have worked harder than anyone to invest in the community and create jobs.
Wait, I have an idea. I have property all over the city, so I will move my businesses out of the Palafox district. I will build up the Belmont and Villars neighborhood until it is a thriving community of black business owners who can support one another.
Oh, John, you will be helping so many other black business owners.
With his time, energy, and money, John built the Belmont Villas area into a thriving place for black commerce. Two famous buildings that he created, the Bunny Club and Gus's Records, still stand today, but are now occupied by the Belmont Villa Cultural Center and 5 Cents Blues Cafe. In 1907, Booker T. Washington noted that in Northwest Florida, the wealthiest colored man in that part of the state is John Sunday. He owns valuable holdings in the principal business streets of the city and employs steadily 4 men to repair and build new houses.
John Sunday Jr. was a veteran, a builder, an entrepreneur, a community leader, and a government official. He died on January 7th, 1925, at the age of 87. He is buried in St. Michael's Historic Cemetery in Pensacola.
John Sunday Jr. was a self-made man who spent his life overcoming adversity and racial discrimination. He was dedicated to take a stand and unify the black community of Pensacola during periods of Reconstruction and Jim Crow laws. Against all odds, John Sunday Jr. achieved the American dream to build a lifelong legacy for his family.
Afternoon. On July 16, 2016, despite growing community support to save it, the John Sunday House was demolished to make room for new townhomes. While a stately house no longer stands on West Vermont Street, its raising called attention to our city's failure to preserve historic African American homes. Since its demolition, the City Council has proposed a public review for any structure more than 100 years old before tearing it down. That is taking a stand that John Sunday Jr. would be proud of.